Thanks for tuning in. It's the one and only Optibotimus coming with another video review. And on today's episode, finally, we are going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Studio Series Leader Class Constructicon Overload. We are this close to finally completing this. And I am that close to not hearing anymore. Optibotimus, when are you gonna review Devastator? It's coming. We're almost there, guys. For the package, though, you got that absolutely awesome looking image, or CGI-ish, because he never really was in the movie, but kind of looks like how he looks, right? Sure, okay. Still looks pretty cool. You got the Transformers text along the side, the Generation logo. You can see that he is from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Studio Series 66. Go around to the side, you got an up-close image of him. I like how his nose glows. That's ridiculously funny. Come around to the other side, and it's Devastator. So close. Come around to the back of the package. You can see that he transforms in 34 steps. Of course, you got the images of him in his robot as well as his vehicle mode. You know, big screen inspired, scale, detail, backdrop, all that stuff. And of course, he comes with the backdrop of the Pyramid Desert Battle. But for the packaging on this guy, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. All right, and here we have Overload open up out of his packaging and in his vehicle mode. Let's get this going, shall we? Here we have it. I don't know what kind of vehicle it is, other than it's a vehicle that carries around this. That's all I can think of. Now, this piece can remove, but that's where the storage is, and then you get some claws and stuff there. It's like if you needed to carry something. Oh, that's a weird sound, but that's what it's like, a big giant flatbed thing. Although, let's be honest, it's kind of ugly. I feel like this is a bit of a stretch. I mean, it works, obviously. Vehicle mode wise, he looks like a construction vehicle. He's got some nice gunmetal gray ladder thingies. He's got junk hanging off here. He's got those claws, but like I said, you can hide those by putting it there. Not so much from the back, but they're there. And then this, I mean, what are you going to put on there? You're going to put that on there? I guess you could do that. Like, look at me. I'm carrying that guy around. I guess you could do something like that. Or I got a dead Bumblebee. I'm carrying Bumblebee around. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. It's cool, though. I mean, like I said, it is what it is. You can see the front driver's section thing. You got some nice extra detail there. I do like how they got like some wires or whatever right down in there. Actually picked out. That looks pretty cool. Nice detail with the tires, heavy duty looking tires. Black with some red rim sections. You got some more silver bits there. I mean, I like how it's really not symmetrical as well. I mean, especially when you like look at the top, I mean, you can see that this one's a little bit longer than this one is. That still is ugly, and that don't move, does it? I don't think that does. That's just stuck there. The bottom, you know, it is what it is. I mean, nothing really about this looks like. I mean, you got a big giant hole right here that you can see his head through. It is a little bit shadowy, but I mean, it is there. Got some nice dark elements here for the grill. Set. It is what it is. Let's do this. Let's compare some stuff. I got a whole bunch of Devastator bits. Here we go. Let's bring all these some bitches in here. You got that guy. Let's put that guy right there. Put that little dude. Bring in this dude. Put that dude right meow. Here we're gonna try to get all these guys in here, and we're doing pretty good here. That dude. Here, kind of move him off to the side. Move him there. Move him. Here, let's put him around that way. That way. And here it is. There we got the Constructicons. Merge for the kill. Here we are. A whole heap of robots. So, I mean, you can see how big they all kind of scale with them. He's definitely the longest. Not so much the biggest. The Scavenger? Is that what this dude's name is? I don't know. This dude. You know, he's definitely the bulkiest of them, but I mean, again, you can put that on there and grab him around. Oh, you probably won't want to do that. But yeah, I mean, what else really is there to say? I mean, we want to start transforming this guy. So, oh, here, Mixmaster is all hanging off and woo! Here we go. It's a lot of toys. A lot of toys right here. And for one other comparison, let's bring in Optimus Prime. Here you can see just basically how he's falling apart. So let's put that all back together. There's Optimus, and you can put them there too. Rolls. Obviously, he's got that weird grinding. I don't even know what that's coming from. Oh, it's kind of like rubbing along there. So yeah, that's that. Now for his transformation. If you haven't already removed this, go ahead and take that off. Come around here to the back. You're going to split these and rotate these kind of out to the side like so. And then rotate these around like that. Bring these all the way out and then bend here. So there's that bit. You're going to rotate these around like so. You're going to have it kind of not fully rotated, just like that, where it's kind of straight. You want to then take these bits, you want to detach these, and these are going to rotate around to the front, just like that. Then come around to this section, you want to rotate this a bit, and then you got this little tab section right here. You want to rotate this up and out like that. Do that on both sides here. Keep that straight. Fold that back, and then rotate this little piece out just like so. Do that obviously on both sides. You want to then extend these down and then rotate this up like that. Then you're going to bring these down. Let's see, bring this back down around. So that's now tucked in there. And then you're going to tab this in to the bottom section. You also have, I want to show this here, got this little connector point right there that's going to lock in there. As you do that, you'll lock that in. That also lines this little post up here with the back hole. The first one here is what you took it out of. That's how it's going to be for the vehicle mode. So again, we're going to rotate this around. Keep that up there. Rotate that. Bring this. Again, line this piece up. Oh, sorry. Tuck that in there. Rotate that up. Line that with there. Give that a good push, which will lock that, and then you can push that in there. So you got a little locking mechanism right down here, and then that little friction post right up there. Take this entire section here. You want to dislodge this, hinge this back like so, and then take these little wheels. You can fold these bits back on the side, and then you're going to split this down the middle. Then literally what you do is just take this and kind of angle that a little forward. That's all you do. Just angle it a little forward. Take this piece, bring this up and around. Oh, you got to lift this piece, bring it to the middle, and then slot that inside there. And that's how it sits. So you can spread that a little bit more. That's it. That's his combined mode. More specifically, I think like this is the front of him. So everything's then going to attach to this guy. The head, the arms, the legs, everything is going to lock in here. We're going to do that obviously in the full Devastator video. So make sure you are subscribed. You have that bell notification turned on so that you don't miss that. And that's it. I mean, that's kind of like his torso for the most part here. Decent though. I mean, we'll see, right? Now, to go to his robot mode, we're going to take this. We're going to fold this back. We'll play with this here. Take this little piece. You're going to fold this little section out. And then this whole thing, this gets in here really tight. There you go. Dislodge that. Bring this up. And then this is going to sit right there along his back. Come down here. Hold these wheels back to the side. Take this whole section. This is going to hinge forward a little bit, so bring that like that. That'll lock down, and then bring this up, locking his head in. These wheels or legs, you angle these, you can fold these forward. This is all kind of personal preference on how you want to design this. I guess take this, fold this. Oh wait, take this, just disengage this from the side, and then rotate this around. This will line up there, lock into place, and then fold the foot. Bring that piece up like so. Do that on this side as well. So, dislodge this from the side. rotate this around, and then this will just kind of have to find that little groove where it locks in along the side of just kind of fiddle with it. Didn't it actually? Somewhere around there. Or maybe it doesn't actually lock in. Maybe it just kind of sits. Oh no, it feels like it like squishes in there. So yeah, squish it along the side. That's basically where you want it. Take this, rotate that up, rotate that. Come around here, fold this around to the back. Give that a good push. Make sure that's there. Do that on that side as well. And then you're just gonna kind of angle these legs however really you want them to kind of look for his robot mode. This is real fun. Bring this down. You can angle this out. This whole bit right here, you're going to, or I'm going to rotate that. Fold this piece, pull this away. Fold that out. This whole thing here just extends, and you can get that looking all menacing like. Fold that down. Yeah, there we go. Just kind of situate things. Rotate that. I'm gonna angle. I like kind of angling this up. There we go. That's really tough ratchet joint. There we go. Rotate this. Oh no, not there. Rotate you around. Pull this piece away. Angle that. Pull this out. Play with that. And there we go. Kind of get that. Guess that's personal preference on how you want to position that. Something like that. Now, if you really want to, that can stay there. Now, if you really want to, this you can put, I don't know if it really matters. I mean, that kind of looks like a giant butt, but you can come around here to the back and you can connect this, but it just looks like it's a piece dangling off of his back. Personal preference on if you want to leave that on there or not. I don't really care. Your toy. Do what you want. That, there we go. But when you're done, there you have Overload, and it's actually really very cool looking robot mode. And you know, there is something I really freaking love about this guy. His overall look is really cool. Granted, he's kind of like an octopus, well, with only 6 limbs. But I really do dig this guy. He is fun looking. Now, unfortunately, though, his nose does not light up. That was really bad false advertisement on the packaging. No light up nose. What the hell? But, I mean, he is a really cool looking bot. I mean, really he is. He's wide. That's for darn sure. He's going to take up a lot of space. If you choose to, what's going on? No, that fell down. If you choose to display him in this mode, he definitely is, or is that supposed to be done? No, I think it's supposed to be, I don't think it matters. He is definitely going to be a very spatially filling sort of robot. Now, he does have this whole fake chest thing going. You can see like where the headlights and everything are. You got the ladders right there. It is a little unfortunate, but, I mean, I don't mind the whole fake chest thing. A lot of people do. They sometimes really hate it. But I don't think that that's bad. I think it allows them to focus more on, like, the engineering aspects. But one thing that I do wish they did, like, for example, these little bits right here look like they're tires. I would have liked it if those were actually painted. I mean, granted, he's got tires all over the place. So that's sort of and you got, like, a little fake tire thing on the inside here, which is cool. It's just, you know, like I said, something like that I wish would have been painted. Yeah. I guess, you know, that's obviously going to be like a mass shifting sort of thing. So it is what it is, but overall really cool. Like I said, you can display this with this on the back of them. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not going to do that. Obviously, this is just for Devastator, but still a solid looking figure. Now, let's get these comparisons going, shall we? Let me get the legs straightened out, because we got to see how big this guy is with everybody. Let me put them all the way back here. So let me zoom back, come up a little bit so that we're able to see all of it. All sorts of Constructicons here is the most previous big guy. Just so many Constructicons. Definitely a lot to kind of compare to everything. I mean, there's a lot here. I mean, maybe I can put this like off the side. Yeah, something like that. There we go. Bring that guy in. Let's see, here we have another guy who's really wide for the most part. We have Mixmaster, so let me kind of wedge him in there with all these guys. And last but not least, there we go. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna really showcase this to you guys. I mean, here I can pick that up. There's a lot. That is freaking awesome. A lot of Decepticons. You know, when you really think about it, the Autobots went up against a lot of Decepticons, and I guess that goes to say how bad the Decepticons really were, that they had this many, and you're telling me they couldn't have figured out a way to beat the Autobots? I mean, seriously, that's pretty bad. But let's set him there. I mean, there you go. Yeah, these guys are really massive, and I think in general really display very nicely together. I'm absolutely thrilled with the size. Now, first, articulation. It's actually fairly well articulated. The head here, though, on mine is really stiff, like the rotation joint. So usually I'll just pull it down to rotate it and then to put it back up. But getting it to rotate is really stiff. It's on a ball joint, though, like I said. So you can also get some up and down movement, which is really nice. Now, his shoulders are kind of involved. You got this big giant joint right here, which allows you to kind of hinge it up. That's really stiff. And down. I wouldn't really use that. You do have this one here, which I think is the more primary shoulder joint. Obviously, he can rotate, but you can hinge this, you know, up and down as well, but I don't think it's really meant to do that. Now, you come down here. This section here, again, really stiff. It does rotate. Oh, God, yeah, that's really tight. But you also do have a rotation right down here at the lower arm. You have two hinges here at, I guess, the elbow. And then you do have a hinge right here. I do wish there was one on there just to be able to articulate this little section around. That would be cool. And then you look at this one, and you do have a hinge going forward and back. You can also hinge it right there. So you got two kind of elbow joints. Right down here is a rotation. And then you can also hinge this. This is not a double hinge, so you can flip this around. Again, I wish that you could open these, but it's all right. It is what it is. Nothing at the waist. This is all locked in here. I feel like that was a decision for Devastator more than anything, and I'm okay with that. So nothing at the waist, but the hips do have some really solid forward and back swivel joints, and then you also do have that going in and out. You have a rotation at the upper part of the thigh. You have a bend, I guess two bends at the knee, but it's mostly kind of like this little piece right here. So you can move that forward and back, and then the ankles can also move in and out, which is nice. So you can get a wide stance with them. No rotation at the ankle, which is a little unfortunate, but you can get a fairly wide stance with both of his feet firmly planted on the ground, which again, I'm fairly okay with. The detail on him is really sharp, though. Coming in, you can see, like I was saying, all those fake pieces I think look pretty decent. Really nice silver and gunmetal gray paint throughout the entire thing. A lot of molded plastic like that. It really does give a really nice contrast to the red of the figure. That head sculpt looks fantastic as well. As I said, no glowing nose, but it is what it is. Legs are really nice, as I mentioned. I like the fake wheel right here, which kind of just fills things out. Overall, I mean, really good detail on this guy. I'm quite happy with him. This is, when I'm looking at all the Constructicons, honestly, I would probably say he's my second favorite behind this dude. Again, I don't remember any of these things' names, so you're going to have to forgive me. The Studio Series line is really very well done, and I feel like they did a great job with the Constructicons. The real question is how is Devastator going to look? As I said, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and you have the bell notifications turned on so that you'll get instantly updated when that review goes live. Now, for his transformation back, first I'm going to fiddle with these legs. You're going to straighten all this out like that. Bring this around like so. Bring this around like so. Take the little heel spur, fold that up in between the toes. Then you can take this assembly, rotate this around, and really make sure that it lines up as best as you can right with the front section here. So again, rotate this around, rotate that all down, make sure everything's hinged in there, kind of tuck those little knee pieces in, and then bring this whole thing together, and you can connect it right here at the front just like that. These arms are a little bit tricky to do, mostly because you got to just know the right sequence to go in. So this is going to rotate around, and you got a little tab here that when you straighten this out, you got a little tab right on this portion that's going to slot kind of there. It's not, it just really rests there for the most part. Doesn't really do much of anything else. It just kind of sits there. And then you got to bring this in like so. The problem, though, is, it's a little bit tricky. You got another little tab right here that it's almost going to be impossible to kind of see it from here. But on the inside of this, that little tab has to go behind it. So just kind of pull away and then lift it around so that it's kind of sitting there as best as possible. I almost feel like it could be a better secure point, but there's that. Now you're going to take this, you're going to rotate this around, bring this around, and rotate this around, put this right in that section right there, locking that in nicely. Now let's come around and do that on this side. So you're going to rotate this portion around and then fold it in on that double hinge so that it rests behind that little section, and then this goes back, and again kind of lift this and slide it past the little tab on the inside here. So just sit that right like that, and take this, I'm going to rotate this around, bring this down, bring this up, and rotate that in and push that in nicely. I don't know if this actually locks here. It might. Oh yeah, it does. So push that in, lock that into place as well. Now we can take these, straighten this, and rotate that around. Straighten that, rotate that around. Take this back section here, you can fold this back, detach this, you can push this off to the side, and then detach this bit, and this is going to come around to create the front section. We'll worry about that here in a second. Rotate this. Oh wait, if you left this like this, I like leaving it that for the angle thing. Tuck that in like so, and then actually, yeah, see, so move this out. I apologize. So you have to have that detached and then bring this in so that this piece, yeah, I thought I had that wrong. So make sure that this piece is up. This is for the combined mode. I apologize. So you want to bring this up. It's going to then lock into this first circle bit right here. So have that up like that, and then push that in there. So I apologize. I screwed that up. Give that a nice push. Lock that in right there. So again, we're going to take this, tuck this up there. I'm going to have to detach this portion so you can angle that down like that, bring that around, and then rotate it around to push that in, and then you can line this up, give that a push. All right, so then bring this down, sandwich these two bits together there. You can then take this, you want to slide this off to the side and then rotate this back, tucking that down, bringing this down, then you bring this whole thing down. Oh, actually, separate this, and then the whole, you can see how it's on an angle. Pull this away, and then this whole thing will shift up all the way. So you can see how that kind of like moves everything. So lift this, and then that shifts everything up. So then bring that around, Do I not have his ankles or his... There we go. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so like that. And then bring that down. And push that in, lock that into place. This probably is going to shift, so make sure that stays down. Push that all the way down. Bring these down. These will tab in on the side here. On the side there. And when you're done, there you have Overload back in his vehicle mode. And then I guess technically to complete the look, you can bring this in. You got the little clip pieces here and here that you're going to put in on the sides right there. So that completes the look for this guy. Now, in terms of a vehicle mode, I feel like it is what it is. I've said that a lot in this video. I feel I'm just super not impressed with it. I mean, it's meant to be like this big flat vehicle, and it works, except there's so much kind of junk on there. I mean, there's a hole here. It's like really not that flat of a surface. I mean, I guess you could say like just maybe this is, I mean, I got a smudge already on my nice new background. I mean, it's okay. It's not overly impressive. Transformation is fairly simple, does some kind of cool things, but isn't anything I feel that's like earth-shattering, I guess. It sufficiently does the job, but I am really a big fan of that robot mode. As crazy as it sounds, I really do like the way that he looks. And for me, more than makes up for the fairly average vehicle mode and average transformation. But ultimately, all 8 now of these figures are what we have collected for what seems like forever to be able to finally form Devastator. That is the showstopper, the main event, the pièce de résistance. So now it's time to get to that review. So again, as I said, make sure that you have that bell notification hit. That way you'll get those notifications when that Devastator review finally drops. You're not going to want to miss it. It's the series finale of one of the coolest shows around. That being the Constructicons. Now, Overload has really been kind of all over the place in terms of availability. I found mine at Target, so they are starting to hit retail locations. So if you are looking for them, good luck and happy hunting. Or as always, the real easy thing to do is just go to Big Bad Toy Store. For that, I'll put a link right down in the video description where he's in stock now and ready to ship. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Remember, if you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you would do one simple thing for me. And that's just to hit that thumbs up button. That one very small gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really appreciate it. Also, I want to send a huge shout out to all of my patrons who, through their continued support, now more than ever, help to make reviews like this possible. And if you'd like information on how you can help support my channel by becoming a patron, feel free to check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/optibotimus. A contribution of as little as $1 a month really can go a long way towards helping me out. And finally, remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.